Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro.
Hi, everybody. Whoa. Hey, today is Monday, June 7th. Fairy tales, shenanigans. We got all kinds of things going on tonight. Hey, we're going to show you a picture. You make the call. I know what I think, but you guys make the call. It's a picture that has only been shared, as far as I know, in the Cowlazars and K-Pro's Grand Adventure Facebook page. Adam says, I always love that GPS solve. Yeah, this is going to be good.
This one didn't even pass the smell test. Talk about shenanigans.
I don't know yet. Not yet.
Whatever. Yeah, yes, you guys should look at the evidence. We are going to talk. Okay, so we have three things on our agenda for today. One just popped up 10 minutes ago.
That's right.
Think that's a coincidence that it happened right before our show, that we were supposed to run like little hamsters on a wheel. Anyway, so we have three things to talk about tonight. We were going to talk about fairy tales first. I think we're going to do that last. So some updates on fairy tales. What are they? Why? Etc. I'll give you some updates. We do have 2 emails from Jack regarding the fake blaze. And we've gotten them from enough people that I think it is solid that that is the case. And so we're going to talk about the fake blaze. Is it still there? And was the fake blaze and the real blaze the same thing? We're going to talk about that. And then Cynthia Meacham has put out pictures from the Nook a year ago.
GPS Nook.
The GPS Nook. And there's a picture of a treasure chest. And so,
we're going to show it to you. You'll make your own call. I don't know about that one.
Chat room, I just don't understand why. But anyway, so why don't we start with that, because we should be able to just put this set of shenanigans to bed and move on pretty quick.
Or can we?
Yeah, or maybe leaves and sticks don't move for over a year. We'll see what you guys think. So why don't you show the Facebook?
Whoa, you're angry.
All right, calm down, K-Pro. Okay, Cynthia Meacham posted this on Facebook literally 10-15 minutes ago. And Sapient Nomad, you make the call. Here we go. I want to remind everybody that Super Chat's on. If you got a question, you just have to have us answer, or you want read to everybody. Make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you share the video. We do appreciate it. And here it is. Cynthia on Facebook basically said, somebody recently sent me this picture. Look at this, everybody. So at first we got all goosebumpily. We said, ooh, what's that? What is it? Now, if I saw that, I'm looking for Forrest Fenn's treasure, I'd about have a heart attack, right?
Well, and then that one, what did it say? I want to get exactly so that nobody says I said it wrong. Let's see. First photo, that one, recently received this GPS Nook photo. This one. And then the next photo.
The Lacey Creek, everybody, if you don't know. And
then the next.
This. Go ahead.
Second photo is from GPS Nook with Shrine from today, June 7th, 2021.
The plot thickens.
So
where did that picture come from? Not that
let's put them right next to each other. And I'm going to give shout out to, I had gotten off because I was so sick of the games. But Indy, I'm going to give credit to. If you put these side by side.
I'm working on it. Okay, here we go. Check it out. Same location, everybody. Same log, as you can see. We got 2 things sticking out here. We got 2 things. The other one, I think, is behind here, I believe. Is that the deal? See, this is sticking out here.
Yeah.
But
it seems that the Photoshop picture to the left, you see the little stick up top? These are supposed to be taken a year apart.
Well, to be fair, all Cynthia said was this GPS Nook photo recently sent to me. And then she says, and this is a picture from today, June 7th. So obviously they went to the Nook. But yeah, if you look at this stick, I mean, look at that. It's still in this picture. So either somebody went there recently and did this, put one of the replica chests.
And the pine needles are in the same spot, for God's sake. They didn't even move for a year and a year.
Well, here they're orange. I mean, here they're more yellow, but I don't think that matters. Why would this not move in a year? I mean, how would this not still be here?
Shenanigans.
Yeah, Cynthia, if you're in the chat, why don't you tell us who sent you the picture, or better yet, come on the show.
I did ask her, and she said I am under a non-disclosure I signed today. So, but you can post it on the Facebook and get people. I don't understand. Does the
non-disclosure for Photoshop? What are we talking about?
Non-disclosure. You can put it on a Facebook to get everybody riled out. I don't know. I don't know.
It looks too rough to me. I mean, look at this. Compare this to this one. I mean, even if Jack cleaned it up, it just looks too rough and too beat up. It's an okay replica, okay facsimile, as we say, but
So 3D Bron says that picture is not photoshopped. I guarantee it. So you're saying pine needles don't even move for a 12-month period?
No. What he's saying is somebody put this here and took the picture today.
Yeah.
It's not photoshopped, right?
Let's just say fake. It's not.
No, maybe somebody's trying to prove the point of what they think happened a year ago when Jack found it. You know what I mean? Maybe they have a replica and they're like, this is how it could have looked. But Cynthia didn't say any of that. That's why it's kind of weird, kind of strange.
Well, and if she's under an NDA, okay. But then why are you posting it on Facebook? Yeah. You have an exclusion for the Cowlazars Facebook page. Please subscribe, everybody, to the Cowlazars Facebook page because it has an exclusions for all NDAs.
Now,
I have no idea.
Cynthia posted it because she knows we're going to talk about it. So she wanted us to show this to everybody because that's what we do. We try and get the info out there. Now, Ben Napple says, are you sure it's the same stick? Well, I mean, let's look at it one more time. And you guys make the call.
We have a new stick gate. Yeah.
So look at the little mark right there and the little mark right there. I mean, it's the same.
Well, and look at the pine needles are.
Right.
Come on.
So somebody changed the contrast. I think they made this look oranger or darker. See this piece of wood, this piece of wood's white, or it's the sun is in a different position. Maybe that's why it looks whited out or washed out here. But I'm thinking Shenanigans, everybody. Interesting picture. To me, it does not look like the lid of the chest. Because if you look here, if this is the back, if this is the top of the chest, the latch has got to be in here somewhere, right? So if we zoom in and we go down, where's the latch? I don't see where the latch would be unless it's buried under this stuff. And if it's the other side of the chest, wouldn't we see the bottom of the box right here? It's the back side. So I don't know. It's just what do you guys think in the chat? Shenanigans or legit? Shenanigans or legit? You guys make the call. I think it might just be I don't know. I don't know. But in other news, let's talk about the shrine, huh? Look at that. Somebody's been to the old.
And not one leaf moved for that 12.
They didn't destroy the stick, so I don't know what Jack's worried about. And nobody got lost eaten by a lion or an alligator, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, no one has destroyed it in a year, and she said, no, it's pristine. So it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't get the why, but maybe the why will come later. I'm not sure. No, it's not the stick from the chest. It's a random stick that they didn't move when they staged it for the photo from last year to yesterday. Right. So whoever did it, and I don't know who did it, maybe it's not photoshopped isn't the right word. This is obviously not 12 months apart like what was said. And you're exclusive on someone else's channel and you didn't put it there. So I think it's obvious that put the Shenanigans in the Cowlazars channel. Yeah, it's fake. Everybody's saying fake.
And it's staged. I mean, it may not be a fake picture. It's just somebody made a replica lid of the chest, put it there, tried to put leaves over it, took a picture of it, sent it to Cynthia, I guess. So Cynthia posted it. Like, I don't know. I mean, she had to know it looked suspect, but.
Whatever. I guess some of us are trying to actually look. I don't know. Maybe I haven't taken this too serious lately because I did fairy tales, but I've been actually trying to sift through the noise, and I thought the noise was the hater channels. Sometimes the noise comes from the most surprising places, kind of like there wasn't an explosion and then there was, like, I don't understand the trying to maybe get us off track. I don't know, but okay, we've given it as much time as it deserves and then some. So I
wish you weren't a liar.
I don't know who said that. Somebody in the chat. Okay. Chasing it, he says, this pisses me off, to be honest. I would say give Cynthia time. She'll probably make a video about it. Let's just hear like who sent it to her. When you first see that picture, your hopes get up like, oh, Team GPS, right?
Or
Don't use
just
the
closure
H.
in general. Just closure in general. That's all.
Right.
No. You were there before the necklaces by 2 weeks with Cynthia. Yeah, I was there the day, well, when we discovered it. And then people went and put, and I think it's okay to say you were one of them that went out there and looked, and there were necklaces beginning. But I don't know.
We actually have live audio from there.
Oh, that stinks.
So something's rotten in Denmark, everybody. Okay.
I don't know. I just think that for a lot of people, this is really real, and that could have been the moment that they're like, I get closure. But I asked Cynthia too over on Dale's blog. He had put up something, and she said, "Oh, but what about Mummy Cave?" And I'm like, "What's Mummy Cave?" And she's like, "Oh, I was just messing with people." And I'm like, why? I don't know. I guess I don't understand it, but everybody gets their entertainment and enjoyment in different ways. I'm
Hacker Jack with the good comment as always. Way to blow the lid off of this chicanery. Get it? Blow the lid. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to what we think is actual news and not just made up.
Chasing Indy just sent it to Jack. Oh, by the way, we have a little response from Jack coming up, everybody. Jack, we didn't get mail, but some other people did, and they sent them to us. So anyway, all right, whatever you want to go for next, K-Pro. By the way, if anybody wants to see what Cynthia posted, there is the link to our Facebook group. Free to join. It is a private group, though. Go in, join. You can see what all the posts are. A lot of treasure hunting stuff in that Facebook group.
Yeah, so why don't we get to the Jack part, and then we'll get to the fairy tale part, because everybody's interested in the Jack part. Some of you are interested in the fairy tales. Some of you are very upset about the fairy tales. I'm going to explain fairy tale 3 did drop, and it was successful for my objective, which I will talk about momentarily. So let's first talk about 2 new bits of information that I consider breaking news, because those of you that are trying to get the 9 clues and get to a Nook that is not staged, you are really interested in what the blaze is and all of that.
The fake
so
blaze. Yeah.
I know a lot of people were working on, if they can see the fake blaze from the car, like Jack said, they should be able to be able to see it from the car. Well, there is now 4 people. Mike received 1. I've now received 3 that Jack has said I heard the word dismantle and destroy, or read the word. Mike, yours says what?
So first, shout out to the person who forwarded me this email that Jack responded to them. And their question was, I'm going to read it verbatim. You mentioned that you found a man-made blaze that was close to the treasure. Can you answer this one question? Did you in any way change or further damage the man-made blaze? And Jack's response is, I don't want to detail too much about the fake blaze, but I did make sure it wouldn't fool anyone else who might come along. You would not be able to find it now.
Yeah, so the fake blaze.
Anybody who's out there looking for it, according to Jack, he has changed it or did something with it. You're not going to be able to find it. So just letting you know, everybody, letting you know.
I'm going to read this just because I like it. Gallatin Ghost says, because the community is hungry for anything. Some people will try to prey on our desperation for closure. Shame on those turds. I think that kind of fits. So I'm going to continue to move on. But okay. So basically the fake blaze is no longer.
No, it's no longer fake. It's gone. It's gone.
Right. The
You're not
fake
going to be able
blaze
to
is
find
gone.
it. Yeah.
The fake blaze is gone. And that's informational to people that are trying to find the Nook.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The other one is, someone asked, and I will pull exactness and we'll put it in the comment section. Is the fake blaze the same as the real blaze? Meaning pile of rocks, tree, whatever it was. And Jack's answer.
This could be breaking news. Same type of blaze? Is that the question?
Right. It was the blaze the same object, whatever it was? And his answer was no.
So the fake
blaze. The fake blaze was a big pile of rocks, the actual blaze was a tree, or whatever. But it's not a pile of rocks and a pile of rocks.
Pixel Ninja says, I was the guy that asked Jack that question about the fake blaze. I couldn't believe he answered me.
Oh, Pixel.
Well, hey, if Jack really doesn't want people out there trying to find it, I guess that makes sense, where he would say, you're not going to find the fake blaze. Don't waste your time trying. But we're going to go anyway, because that's what we do as searchers.
Yeah. Well, just if it's helpful to you, great. I don't believe I believe these things because we didn't hear them from one. but 2, but 3, but 4 people.
Four different searchers have confirmed that. And then P.S. at the bottom of Jack's emails, it said this.
Don't be a player hater.
So that's straight from Jack himself. Okay, there we go.
Look, Dave Flanagan says Jack also told me they are not the same item. See,
There it is.
confirmation everywhere. Confirmation. Since it's gone, I don't know why it matters, but it could. It's all, kind of like Gallatin said. We're thirsty for information. This is information.
Is that confirmation bias or is that just confirmation? It's just confirmation, right? More than okay. All right.
I feel like I bought a ticket to a train wreck.
The soundboard's rocking and rolling tonight.
It is rocking. It is. Oh, you guys better thumbs up because we're bringing it.
Now, Karen from Canada does have a good point. Our friend Karen from Canada says this fake blaze, if it was built by someone, then wouldn't that someone know it was them and come out? Seems very odd. And if you did go to find your fake blaze and it is now destroyed or gone, maybe that proves that was the fake blaze that Jack's talking about. Super chat from Ben Napple. Ben says, if Jack destroyed the fake blaze, why can't he describe what the fake blaze was? I asked and he dodged. Oh, that's actually a pretty good point. If we can no longer find it, Jack, well, then you should be able to tell us what it was.
Jack, why can't you tell it, Jack?
Jack, if that's your real name, Jack.
That's not your real name, Jonathan.
Goddamn white boy.
Okay.
So
Thank
you
you for the
all
super chat,
believe
Ben.
Jack 100%? No, never said that. I'm saying I am reporting factually what he responded to. I have reason to believe there's some things he's not saying, and I think I might know why.
Ooh.
Okay, so before, let's say, we'll call it. So we've covered 3 things. Pictures. Number 2, we did fake blaze being destroyed, and fake blaze and real blaze are not the same thing. Those are the 3 things. What questions do we have before we get into fairy tales? And I know most of you will drop off because who cares? It's just crazy K Pro. She's lost it. I'm even letting people on Thor say I'm like psychologically falling off the turnip truck. Yeah, okay.
Or the Hint of Riches forum, the only one left for the Thrill of the Chase. That Thor.
That Thor.
Oh, I got
And
a message on Thor.
I always say this. I love when you come into my house and pee on the rug. You're going to come in and like constantly put me down, but I'm actually okay with this one because if I'm able to get what I need out of it, I look a little crazy, but I get what I need. Call me crazy all day long. I'm actually looking for a Nook, not staging anything. I'm looking for a Nook and I want some answers.
So somebody messaged me on Thor probably a while ago, but I'm just now seeing it. And they said, K Pro, what happened to the collection? The Forrest Fenn collection that was going to go on eBay and that we had that's over there on the shelf. That's going to make its way back around. I've been meaning to get back on eBay.
See it right there. That's part of it.
Ooh, fancy book.
There we go. Yeah.
$70 a square inch. Anyway, so there's the link to the Hint of Riches. You guys go there and tear it up. Just post your thoughts.
And
all day
it's
long.
Rockin'. I don't get to everything. I'm sorry. I don't need additional moderators though. Some people are being funny. And somebody just messaged me like, Forrest would never be okay with this. Yes, let us all blow off some steam. If it's not negative and it's silly, I'm fine with it. And guess what? Forrest doesn't own the Hint of Riches. That's one of the reasons why I'm not going to try to be close with Jack and get information from him, because there was times that I deleted things or had to do something that Forrest said because I was friends with Forrest. I want the solution. You can't handle the truth. Okay, wait. Did Jack say the people who created the fake blaze reached out to him? Sticky keynotes. I have never heard that or seen that. I would love it if it's true, but I would need to see it. I want to know if the twins are real. Queen Anne, yes. Let me get into that in a second. Right on, K-Pro. Right on, Gross Park. Okay, so let's talk. And Mike is going to play devil's advocate because Mike knows I'm crazy too. So here, I learned a lot from the GPS solve. I believe with best of intentions, we came out as quickly as possible, no shenanigans, and it's genuinely what we thought and what I thought at the time. I realized coming out confirmation or confirmed with 5 exclamations, it really did affect some people. I don't want to screw with people like some are doing. So I said to Mike, I got kind of this crazy story. I get about 10. Oh, I have a PowerPoint. No, let's not do PowerPoint. I made a PowerPoint, and actually I'm going to bring it up so I can follow my thought process. Because I always have to have a PowerPoint.
Packer Jack, two people can keep a secret. If both of them are dead, don't mess with the Sheehan.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from that, just trying to be more thoughtful on not what my intention is, but how it's perceived. So somebody had made contact and wanted a specific question asked during the Dan interview. And I said, well, tell me why you're asking this. Give me a little bit of detail. And this person really gave me a crazy story. And it was a story about how Jack is hired as kind of a proxy finder. The stall was stolen and Jack was kind of the front man. And there's these twins and they're going to actually be the heirs to this treasure. The title to the gold is going to go to them. There was a trust set up. There's all these details. And I was like, you got to give me something more than just this outlandish story, because I get probably 10 of these a week.
But what's interesting is there were a lot of details. Most of them are just kind of a general crazy conspiracy theory. There was a lot of weird details. Like, why would they put that in there if it wasn't true? Right.
Right.
Okay.
And I got some details that were so specific, I was actually able to research them down through a variety of official means, like government websites and that sort of thing. And I backwards engineered some of the emails that I had been given or passed along, and it started checking out, which surprised the heck out of me. And so, unfortunately, I think the Nook was either filled in naturally or by nature. Jack filled it in himself. There's no Nook out there to find. Yeah. Okay. So at that point, I went, okay. Can you tell me a little bit more? And there's a backstory. Basically, this person saying they know Jack, they know the finder, they know what happened, and they know why this has been, Jack wasn't really outed. This was a way to kind of help, etc. And the more detail I got, the more it checked out. So I tell Mike the story, and Mike's like, this is crazy. You can't just come out and say, I have this crazy story.
Right.
Why don't you make it lighter and make it light? And there's so many people involved. Why don't you make it something light, something like, and not all based on fact. I was really trying to get a message to the finder and to Jack. There is a lot of detail. So fairy tale 1, I put the shell of the story up. It's not exact, and there's lots of little differences.
So you use keywords that were important.
Exactly.
Right.
To let them know, like, here's some information that you might take note if you were somebody really in the know. So then what happens? I get 150 people saying, you're talking to me. This is like Forrest with the scrapbooks. And it's like, no, but I did have one reach out and said, I do know a little bit more. And I just kind of sat tight and I continued and went to fairy tale 2. Fairy tale 2 is meaningless. There was no Halloween party, but everything in that story was absolutely hidden in plain sight. So why was Dolly Parton in there? Why was there a zombie in there? Why was there all of these things? Everything had a meaning to the right person. So Married in Vegas, guys, it is not about me and Mike.
Yeah, it's not about us.
People involved were married in Vegas. So it nudged it a little bit more forward. Then fairy tale 3 talked about a specific person, a Shion. And
what is the Shion for those who don't know? Because I never heard of it before.
A Shion is an instructor in karate. There's actually different titles. A Shion is actually master teacher is the name of it. I had a Shion when I was in karate. So now you bring all this together, and the Shion last night, him and I have exchanged some communication.
So the actual Shion that somebody emailed you about turned out to be a real person, and now you are in contact with that person.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So there seems to be some truth to the story. Can you
It
say?
all might still be shenanigans. It is not enough right now for me to say all of this is the case, but there's so many things that are adding up. And now, and I've confirmed this person, who they are. They have an independent, I mean, they have social media, they have all of this. It has been odd. So for me, the fairy tales were a way to lightly and just, I mean, somebody said, you're talking about my, twins in my life and I'm suing you. And I'm like, you're not the person at all. A lot of people think I'm talking about them. I have made contact now with the people that I think might validate the story or make it go away. It is not 100%, but I can tell you there is a ton of detail that I'm just surprised about. I don't think I have entirely the perfect story yet, or I don't have all of it confirmed yet. But the story does get explained through a variety of just weird circumstances. If this ends up being the story,
That's more than a movie. It's like a twist ending. It's crazy if it's true, and we don't know if it's true. But for everybody emailing K-Pro, I'll just say this.
Nobody talks to my friends like that.
So easy, back off. And if you think the story's about you, it's not. How many people have you said they think the fairy tale's about them or they're solved?
it's about 150 people. They took something in there and they said, oh, that's me because. And I'm like,
William with the super chat says, did someone say twins? What was it? Darth Vader and Yoda? Were those the two twins? This was back before we remember back in the day.
Remember, for those of you that don't, Mr. William, he did a really funny picture of a sonogram of, I think it was Yoda or Darth Vader. I don't remember which ones.
No, Skeletor, Darth Vader and Skeletor. That's what it was.
And I was in court, custody with my kids. And the attorney hands me and goes, you are pregnant with twins and we know it. And I looked and said, what? I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars in a custody situation. I said, what? And they handed me William's picture. They had gone through my Facebook.
So good job, William. Wasting the taxpayers' money and the court's time over and over.
Oh, it wasn't taxpayer money. It was my. And
it was K-Pro's money.
I went,
that makes it worse.
Yoda, and I'm not pregnant. And like, I was crying when I messaged William, and William laughed his ass off. And that's when I went, I survived it. It's okay. It was total shenanigans.
Bobby D's got a.
Bobby D.
He wants to know, was Odious Soul married in Vegas?
No. And
okay.
Odious Soul is not
Odious Soul. Not involved.
Not involved in this at all.
It's nobody you've ever heard of. I mean, it's nobody that, you go, oh, I've heard that I know. Well, actually that I know of. And again, I could be wrong, I guess. But
a couple people sent me, that's my solve. And did you validate my solve? The solve portion was completely made up. I just picked something off of Thor and did Jack's emails backwards because I know Mike likes numbers.
Yes.
Totally made believe. So at this point, the tale is relatively there. It's outlandish. It's getting confirmed more and more. And there are pieces to it. Now, let's recall, Jack has said, if you have a conspiracy theory before you put it out, please let me know because I don't want to endanger all of Puerto Rico and things like that. I asked Jack if he wanted to comment on any of the fairy tale, and guess what?
What'd you get back?
I didn't.
Czar, it's not my birthday. You know that, right? What I said last night is they have the wrong birthday. My birthday is July 7th, everybody. So guess what? It's 30 days from now. But thank you for the super chat, Czar. Appreciate it. That's why you sent me that thing last night. Okay.
At the end of Fairy Tale 3, because I was asked that question during this process by some people in the know, what are you expecting? My goal is to get the answer of where the final location is or the solve. If other things come out of it, it's part of the story and that helps others, great. That's not my goal. My goal right now is not to dive into any of these stories. I just want to know where the Nook was. That's it. If all this other stuff has to come out to get there, all the better.
Now, Jeremy Milstead says, since we know the state, seems like we should know which clue revealed the state. Now, I don't know if one of the 9 clues in the poem revealed the state, But one of the postmarks in the book was a hint to the state. And that was a show we did last week where Forrest mom's looking out the window, waiting for the postman when the ball of string disappears. And one of the postmarks had the date, not the year, but the day and month that the state Wyoming territory became state. So Vegas searcher party for Mike in July. Okay, well, there you go.
So
That's right.
those of you at this
Eric,
point, if I have not responded to you, this fairy tale is not for you. Am I going to continue them? Possibly. Now that I've made some direct contact with the people involved, I may not. I'm going to bring you guys whatever. I'm kind of just at the point of wait and see at this point.
The biggest thing is if you actually talk to one of the people in the fairy tale that it turns out to be a real person, it's can you get any confirmation on any of it, which we don't have yet, but you'll see, right?
Right.
Yeah, just tell somebody, tell me the truth, like some people do on YouTube. You have to tell me the truth. You know, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. Well, not like the penguin. Right.
Well, and so it's just, I was getting it all secondhand. Now I'm at a firsthand situation. So that's all it was. And it wasn't meant to work 150 of you up to say, I think you would have to be exactly involved in this to understand all of it. So at this point, the fairy tales did its work. And if you took it too seriously or got angry about the fairy tales, you're taking things too seriously. There was no malintent. I just wanted to get some information out. Was I out to people that may not have gotten it? If I sat here and did all of this, you guys, and went this person and that person, oh no, another crazy thing. Fairy tales are just fun. So it made it just fun.
Chasing Indy. Google celebrities married in Vegas that have twin daughters. How did she put all that together? Did you actually say any of that?
Yeah, I said all of that.
Oh, well then. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how many can there possibly be? Yes or no? Tom, what's the question? Yes or no?
No, that's one of the other channels doesn't allow you to speak.
Oh, that's right. Yes or
no?
Oh,
yes or no?
I like when he talked to Bob Barbarisi, like, yes or no? Did this happen? Yes or no? And then he answers it. And he goes, yes or no? Did this happen? The same question 5 times.
Yeah,
yes
5 times. He's like, I said no 5 times. Yeah, but anyway. Okay, so that is, there's pieces in there. I didn't want to out anybody specifically and out names. I have names, I have addresses, I have all of them. And I am not sharing them. Yeah,
Queen Anne wants to know, does it have to do with one horse, land, and cattle?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, no, not that we know
of. Tell us about the trust, Packer Jack. I have more information on the trust than I want. I want the Nook. I don't care about the other stuff, but the trust is it is.
Let's be very clear, just in case Jack or the Sheehan or one of the 84 other people involved are listening or watching. We're not worried. We don't care about who and what. Well, I'm not. Let me put it this way. I'm not worried about who found it. I don't care who found it. I don't care if Jack found it. I don't care if somebody else found it. We want to know what the 9 clues meant and where the location is. That's it. People can remain anonymous, at least from us. I mean, right. I'm not so much. That's their story to tell. If they want to make a movie, if they want to do a book, if they want to come on our YouTube channel, that's up to them. All we want to know is what the 9 clues meant. Where warm waters halt. Was it physical warm water? I think yes at this point, but some people still don't believe it. Where the warm water? Right. Where did warm waters halt?
Well, and I like how, let me get this in first. I like how Nomadic Madman says, I like the story, but it's very highly unlikely this is true, in my opinion. I agree. Mm-hmm. And this is how we're going about it this time. Last time, I was taken for a ride, I feel, and GPS still may be it, but it ruffled a lot of feathers. It made a lot of people upset, etc. Now I have a new rabbit hole for a variety of reasons. I can tell you I've received at least 200 to 300 I have it solved conspiracy theories. This is the first one in 6 months, 8 months that I have gone down this far. I might be totally getting played right now by one of the trolls that wants to take me off track on some other things, and that's okay. But I wanted to do it in a light sort of way so it didn't upset the community. I'm not staging anything. I might get it wrong, but I don't stage. I don't mess with searchers. I don't purposely try to make them uncomfortable for my own documentary or enjoyment or whatever that is. There's times that I'm going to say, I can't say something or I can't do something, but you're never going to see something staged from me. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, we got 2 super chats. Indiana Jones with the $2 super chat. The USS Enterprise, NCC 1701-E. Who knows what movie? Space, the final frontier. I get it. I know where you're coming from, Indiana Jones.
I don't even know what space is.
Hi, Mario.
Hey, that's for Mario in the room. Mario's in the house. We haven't seen you in a while, Mario. Also, actually, every time I see it, it makes me think of the Avengers. With the $9.99 super chat. Just no comment. They just want to make sure we know they're watching. So thank you for the super chats, everybody. Fairy tales are interesting, aren't they? Sometimes fairy tales have a kernel of truth. That's how they become fairy tales. So it'll be very interesting if K-Pro gets more information, especially if there's information that could be confirmed in some way and not just a he said, she said. You know, Cynthia just said, somebody sent me this picture. And we're like, well, that's fake. Somebody sent you some information in an email. The problem is some of those things are real, some of them, but we still don't know if it's a true story or not, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have indirectly that Forrest died. I don't have it. I didn't see him. I believe it because there's enough evidence that makes me believe it. Some people to this day don't believe that he has passed. So once I get a preponderance of the evidence, I used to just throw everything out there. I'm throwing it out in little bits or in this odd way because of what's happened, and I'm trying to be genuine to you guys. Can you share who Searcher Sam is, and have you contacted them?
If only we
I know who Searcher Sam is.
What? Wait a minute. I didn't know that.
I have not made direct contact, but I am.
You really think you know who it is?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. See, me and K-Pro, it breaks live on the air, everybody.
No, you know what, Mike? You need to get away from the Beacon Star when you put your little face in the Beacon Star, and I'm talking to you about Forrest Fenn stuff, and you don't.
3D Bronze with the super chat. Don't care, but wish someone would tell me who. 3dbronze.com/tell me who for a different kind of treasure hunt. This new soundboard clip is just for you, 3D Bronze.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? I knew you'd go. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
What movie, Indiana Jones? What movie? Okay. Yeah,
Jack says, well, you did some nice staging of those shelves behind you. Yes, I took the time to do that. Stage shelves, not the Nook. Cynthia Meacham.
Stage shelves, not the Nook. I knew you were getting an earful, Kyle. John Fales. Yeah, thank you. That's right. Justin Kutcher is a twin. Ooh. I could never have imagined a worse ending than this. We got the who, but not the where. Would rather know the where and not the who. I agree. We want to know the where. I never know what she's doing back there. Czar gets it. Czar knows what movie. That's right. So, Queen Anne says, who was on the plane? I don't know. Do you guys know? I don't know who was on the plane.
You mean Southwest Flight 837 from Denver to BWI?
We're now getting into details. Ben Napple with a $5 super chat says, how celebrity are we talking these celebrities on a scale of 1 to 10? That's a good question, K-Bro. I mean, it's not Tom Cruise and Beyonce.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So let me be really clear. I am just getting into one of my first TV series with Mike. You know, I didn't grow up on TV or movies. So for me, I've never heard of either of them. Mike, a couple of the shows or movies they've been in, you definitely could have heard of, or you definitely have heard of, because I've heard of them. But I would say like what D, don't they rate them like A, B, C, D? That's an A-list actor. I would say they're like D level actresses. Like you wouldn't.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was, so I looked them up. I know some of the things they supposedly have been in.
You just said you didn't know that I knew who they were.
No. Searcher Sam. I didn't know you know who Searcher.
Oh, okay. I misspoke. I thought you were talking about the Finders.
Somebody said, do you know who Searcher Sam is? You said yes, and I went, what?
I know information.
Sam's what it's all about.
I do not have the name. I have names and everything, and had all of it on the Finders. The Solver. No, I'm sorry, I misspoke then. Okay.
Very important says I was at the malfunction to the junction meetup. The malfunction. Were you there with Cynthia and Justin, all them yesterday? There was a little get together in Yellowstone,
Yeah,
but not that many
it looked
people.
like it wasn't that big. It was maybe 10 people. If that's the case, tell us about it. Very important. Didn't K-Pro fly from Denver to the east? Yes. Usually I go up through Denver and then I go to Raleigh, which is where I lived. Younger and older generation celebrity. You guys are killing. That's not, it's not to get all of you to help me along the way. It is, I really want to stay as confidential as possible because if the name gets out, people, look at what people are doing now. They're talking about going to people's homes. You guys know what I've been through. I'm not outing or doxing someone. I'm trying to get enough information out to make contact. I've now made contact. So I don't want the name out because I know some people were really excited when they figured out other people's names. But think about that. That might get them put in danger way. I will tell you when it comes to the solve, I'm putting it out. Someone said to me today, if I'm going to give you a bunch of information, and if you find out the solve, you have to keep it between me and you based on this because you're kind of digging in and I need some help. And I said, no, you can give me the information. I am putting it out. That's what I said to Cynthia today. I thought you were putting it out. And she's like, sorry, I signed an NDA. And I'm like, no, but I thought you were putting it out.
Could that be a joke? Sorry, I signed an NDA. Could that be like a joke too? Yeah,
of course.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
But for that super chat I missed.
Why don't you go tell your mom to shut up?
Hey, there we go. Napoleon Dynamite, everybody. Thank you for that. Ben Apple, thank you for that super chat once again.
Bobby D says, I'm a D-list actor, K-Pro, so that isn't saying much. Okay.
He was in that.
There are named roles in movies, not just like a general role. Anyway.
Candy, how is Nicolas Cage related to the chase? I know he lived here in Vegas for quite a while, but
Ashton Kutcher was. I didn't know Nicolas Cage was.
Right.
Have you been to Texas last week? You too? Nope. Backyard barbecue.
A with the $15 super chat. Thank you very much. Says, where are the hundreds of precious gems and diamonds in Jack's photos? That's unless they were all in the bracelets. But Forrest didn't make it sound that way. He made it sound
that free picture sure was something different. So I know Dan asked, I think in one of the interviews, Dan asked Jack that, and Jack's like, I don't know. It's just, that's what was in there. But he asked about the emerald ring. I'd be asking about more than the emerald ring and the frog. The two things he asked about was the emerald ring and the frog. If you look at the pre-picture, why did he only ask about those two things? Indy, there's a question for Dan tomorrow night. So you open that box, you see a whole bunch of gold, and you don't see any of the precious gems that are in the pre-picture. But the only two things you ask about are the emerald ring and the frog. There's a story here.
Thank you for that super chat, A.
I'll smack you in the mouth. I'm Neil Diamond.
Hey, all right. I like that one. Here, I get the next one queued up already. Okay. Now, William says, how did he put it? Can you explain the fairy tale in layman's terms for us? I don't know how you can do that.
Fairy tale 1. Jack was hired by finders that stole a solve when they were vacationing in a searcher's home, and they have hired Jack to be kind of the front man, and they have these twin girls, and they're the ones that are going to get title to the gold, and there was a trust set up for them based on the find, and they don't want that to get out. That's why they have hired Jack. That's one. A ton of detail about particular people in kind of odd ways that I delivered it to make sure that they know that I have enough detail. I'm just not blowing smoke. Fairy tale 3 was this particular discussion with the Shion, going back and forth with a lot of detail that is actually accurate. And the Shion and I have now connected. There's the 30-second version.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Isn't that right, Cuckoo Kitty? Cuckoo Kitty says, hi, everybody.
I say nothing. I say nothing.
No. I'm hooked. All right, go on.
Yeah. Okay. And so I don't think we have, some people are like, I'm so over fairy tales. This is just nothing. This is all we have right now, guys. What else do we have? So it was, and we never went live with them. Well, I was doing them on the off shows. That's what we have right now. That's not my fault. If you guys aren't happy, you're not happy with Jack. Jack is delighted with everyone and his feedback.
Meowlazars. That's pretty good.
Why would you answer the phone though?
Did you answer the phone? Did you answer the phone?
Get down the phone.
I don't know. No, it's I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so people send K-Pro things. People send K-Pros a lot of things, and most of it we have to disregard because we just, but these things have some things that happen. And now that you found the person, interesting. That's all I'm going to say is subscribe, everybody, because we will go live with the info.
And you know what? Tomorrow it may be, oh, we got you. We're one of the trolls and we were just trying to be, and we had a couple people get together because there's like a panel of them now. Maybe that's what's happened. So, and I would be surprised, but I think it's something until it's nothing. And I'm not spending nights and weeks and days on it. I'm just kind of, going with whatever.
Live audio from Jack on the twins.
These are ladies, and they shall be treated thusly with respect and dignity.
There it is. There it is. The Cowlazars YouTube channel, the only YouTube channel with the best soundboard bites on YouTube.
Oh, in the fairy tale, she answered the phone via asking the question. That's theatric effect because it needed an ending. I'm trying to use my imagination. And you guys all thought it was about Jake from State Farm.
So you said, Jake from State Farm. When you said follow the money, when the envelope had follow the money, what did that mean? You're trying to follow the money about a trust, or what did you mean by it? What I mean?
There's trust information. There's Jack payoff information. There's a lot of details that I've been given. And it is about, what is all this about? This right now is about money. This isn't about, obviously it's not about Forrest's legacy. It's not about Forrest. Forrest got cut out from what I understand. And I kind of believe that. So anyway, yeah.
Could the chest have been sold already and we just don't know about it?
Could be, but from what I understand, it's waiting for the twins to become 18.
Oh, and do we know when that's going to happen?
Very soon. And that's why it's going up for auction now.
Interesting. Okay.
I have no idea if that's true or not. That's the far-fetched stuff. I don't like this story because it's so far-fetched to me that it's all these people and all these moving parts. But it's, yeah.
John says that jives with 3 lawyers. You got a bunch of people involved. They all want their own lawyer. That's interesting.
Jack has a lawyer. The finders have a lawyer, and then there might be a third party, maybe Forrest or something. Yeah.
And Gross Clark says, remember that Dan B said that other people knew the location and then retracted it immediately. That kind of fits. That's called a tell in poker.
Wait, what was that? Say that again.
That Dan Barbarisi said other people knew the location and then retracted it immediately. Maybe it's these other peripheral people.
I actually, here's my opinion on Dan Barbarisi, and I may be wrong. I believe Dan came in at a perfect time, and Jack and crew, or Jack, used him to a T that helped him, but was helping validate him through. I really don't think he had Jack's name. I really do think he validated by going and taking pictures and then gave him the interview to help validate the story of Jack. I don't think Dan is involved knowingly. I think Dan did everything Dan was supposed to do in this. That's my opinion.
Bobby D says twins from India? Question mark. India?
No.
Oh. Oh, because I say Susie would have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not the purpose here to go into every little detail. It's just more, here you go. This is the information.
There you go.
And there it is. And there are some other names that I've already verified, but I really want to talk directly to supposedly the finders first, but there are some additional people involved that I can get indirect information if need be, but it's going down a rabbit hole. It's taking time. And we have nothing but time, right?
That's right. We got all summer. Kitty, Except this cat keeps biting me. I just put a link to a video in the chat. If you were involved in the thrill of the chase in any way, you should probably go watch it. Lucky Digger says, shout out to Randy being on the marathon last night. That's right. And speaking of Randy, Beacon Star Thursday is coming up. We're going to decode this book, everybody. $8,000 is up for grabs in Denver. And we're going to give away some books. So make sure you tune in.
Yeah, Mike got crazy. I'm just going to say.
A little crazy. I could always sell some of them too. Are the twins famous or are their parents famous? Sassy wants to know.
I don't want to talk about anybody underage. So
because we're not interested in figure out who they are, to tell you the truth. I mean, we may know already who they are. We're not interested in letting you know who they are because people bother them. I mean, think about it. People are showing up at people's houses, calling and all that stuff. So
Lou's asking, am I being paid by the Forrest estate?
I
was never paid by Actually, I take it back. I got one book, 2 books, $17 a square inch, and American Dolls. The American Dolls, Forrest gave me the first time I met him. And then when I did the Jamie Jordan drawing, which included getting turned in to the Gaming Commission.
That's right.
And 1,000 hours of time, he gave me $17 a square inch. That is the only payment I have ever received from Forrest. And he just said it was a gift from a friend kind of thing.
Oh, I see, Adam. Thank you for the clarification. We appreciate that. Cowlazars, you mentioned Forrest may have got cut out. Cut out of what? Cut out of the will? Cut out.
Who was Forrest?
William says you mentioned Forrest may have got cut out.
I think at the end it was out of Forrest's hands, and it was with all these lawyers and all these complicated things. I think the story's been told to me that Forrest knew before the fine day what was happening with, and they were working it out with lawyers. That's what I was told, which makes it, yeah. Lucky Digger says thanks Cowlazars and K-Pro for going on last night. That was lots of fun. Yes.
Yeah, it was. I stayed up way too late, but it was fun.
Mark Connor says, do you realize how many times over the years you have said things line up and then you verify them? LOL. Yes, that's exactly why I'm doing it differently this time. So the alternative is just to sit and talk about Jack put out Got Mail 3. He said he wants to forget about the chase, but here's his email. Like, what else do we have to talk about, guys? If you have some suggestions, please email us because I'll be more than happy to come up with. I'm not going to invent content and drama.
Yeah, we're not making stuff up.
And I'm not going to talk about drama and negativity. So what else do we have? Are you?
Little Logie says, you be careful searching twins under 18.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even do it. Don't.
Live audio from the twins.
Did I do good, Daddy?
There it is, everybody.
Shame on you. Is it going on auction, just the fairy tale or reality? If so, how do you know? I have seen emails with various people that Jack has said it's going to go to auction. Again, I don't know. Yeah. You mentioned Forrest having, I already got that. Okay. That is all the news fit to print today, but now at least you know a little bit of the premise behind. And yeah.
Searcher Sam, we know your name. Actually, we don't know your name, but shame, we don't know your name, but that's what we're trying to find. Searcher Sam supposedly had the solution, and that's all we want is a solution. Drop the solution and back away. Take the cannoli. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if we get it. It's going to come out one way or the other. You guys know it is. Hopefully sooner rather than later. The 1 year anniversary was yesterday of the day Forrest announced it was found. There was a marathon over on Chasing Indy's channel. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. A lot of searchers were on, giving their feelings. Chasing Indy on YouTube. Mayweather Logan last night. Did not watch it. K-Pro, how many twins are there? 3 or 4?
Twins are 2. Those are 2
yeah,
people.
2.
Triplet
I think that was a trick question.
Would be 4.
Hey, with the $15 super chat. Here you go. You guys know what movie that is. A says, GoFundMe. We should raise money for charity that only goes through if Jack releases a solve. What would you donate for answers? If Jack backs out, then you get your donation back. That's kind of interesting. It only goes to charity if Jack, but here's the problem. If Jack comes out with a solve, how do we know it's the real solve? How is there any proof other than Jack confirming it? Is there any way? I guess it would be if it makes sense to all of us. I hope the real solution is one where we all go, yeah, that's it. That's Forrest. That's what he meant. But yeah, good. That's an interesting idea. I don't know if people would donate, but it's an interesting idea. Thank you for the
So Queen Anne asked one more question. Does Jack have the treasure chest in DC? I do not, I have no information that would be the case. How I know of it is it's still back in New Mexico, where it has been all the time. Is Searcher Sam a thief? No, the finders are, because supposedly Searcher Sam, that's Solver Sam, right? I'm getting my names mixed up.
Wait a minute, what?
Is Searcher Sam the thief? No,
no, Searcher Sam had the original. Yeah, it was stolen from Searcher Sam. Hashtag try the wheel. Now, hang on a minute. David Flanagan says, Dale has posted some interesting info from emails with Forrest. Forrest says he made the blaze. I've never heard that before. Forrest says he made the blaze and he told the searcher to leave a coin behind if he finds the chest. I've never heard Forrest saying he made the blaze. Have you?
No, I read that email and I interpret that email differently. Basically, what it says is if everybody left behind what they like a ribbon around a tree at their blaze, it might look something, it might stand out like what I did. People are taking what I did as making a fake blaze. I think it means the real blaze. That's my interpretation. So.
You almost gave me a heart attack, Lucky Digger says. Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes. That's right, Zozo. You know what movie it is. So Searcher Sam is the solver. Okay, that's the story we're told. Again, we don't know for sure, but things just seem to be like they're lining up. It's almost like a combination lock. Certain things are lining up, but we can't get it to open yet, everybody.
Yeah, it might have been Solver Sam, yeah.
Kind of like this, everybody. Shout out to Minotaur Moreno, who sent this to us as one of our many wedding gifts. So yeah, an actual Cryptex. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with this. Stay tuned. Hashtag Grand Adventure. The blaze was made by God, Why Now says. Could be. I love educating Artie. That was one of Forrest's books, right? We don't have that one, do we? Or educating Artie?
No.
About the grandkid?
Nope.
Whatever.
No.
Okay.
Mary Green, what are you calling the thief? Someone that is in someone's home and took the solution and went and got the treasure chest and it wasn't their solution. That's how the story was portrayed.
Yeah, Lucy brings up a good point. Why didn't Solver Sam retrieve the chest himself? So let me pose a hypothetical to everybody. Right here, I have my notebook, not on the Beacon Star. I have my notebook on the Thrill of the Chase. And in my notebook, I have what I believe the 9 clues are that what the 9 clues mean. And it leads to a location, but I've never gone boots on the ground. It's just I've done research and I think, hey, this could be it. It's a viable solution. K-Pro comes over and being the nasty, horrible person she is, she steals my solution. She goes, hey, what's this book? And then she goes, ooh, and she takes her phone and she takes a picture of that solution, right? Click. And then she goes boots on the ground. And based off of my solution, she finds the treasure chest. Did she steal the treasure chest from me?
And I got out there on June 5th, and I know your boots on the ground is on June 9th. So I just got there a couple days before you.
So if anybody who finds a treasure chest, Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, used other people's information that was not posted publicly, and I think that's key. It was not posted publicly. You were in my home and you saw my notes, and that's how you went and found it. Does that person have a right to anything?
I think
Is there anything illegal that happened there?
Yeah, I think that's the premise of the Chicago lawsuit. I mean, hacking is the same as
hacking is the same as.
I think hacking is the same as taking something out of their intellectual property was stolen out of their. What if they would have taken the kitchen sink? They can't take things that there was intellectual property there that was worth $1 million.
And Searcher Sam didn't know it was the right solve because, and I'm assuming, again, this is guessing. This is guesswork on my part. This is not in any email. I want to make that clear. But Searcher Sam never went boots on the ground. But it just so happened that he was right in what he researched. Yeah, that's an interesting, it would be interesting for it to play out legally, wouldn't it? If somebody could prove you stole my solve, we know we've heard that before, but if somebody could actually prove it, that it was legit, you stole my solve, and using that information, you found Forrest Fenn's treasure chest. Do I get half? How do you remedy that? I mean, I don't know. And can I prove that K-Pro stole it from me? She stole my heart. We got another super chat from A. Says GoFundMe if he shows the Golden Frog live. I would be interested in seeing the Golden Frog live. But yeah, it's an interesting moral, ethical treasure hunt question, I think.
There are some very specific laws about that, Hillary says. And we know Hillary's husband is Tree, the lawyer we had on. So that proves it.
Bobby D says they're going to take what I just said out of context. They're going to clip me calling you a horrible person and then just show that. That's pretty funny.
No, that'd be great. Maybe that will eat up their time rather than doing some of the other shenanigans they're doing. Was this family searchers?
It must have been. If somebody was to see a solution and go boots on the ground, they had to be a searcher. They had to have already known what was going on. All I can say is this when I think about K-Pro. Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's, so again, just let it, I'm at the point of letting it play out and letting it see what happens, but, and it may just blow up and hopefully it's not as concerning as GPS Solve that I took so seriously and 5 exclamation points, and I've learned from it. So it's just a silly story until there's a little bit more. But now the fairy tales did their job because it got me to at least one of the direct parties involved. And discussions are happening at this point. So, and maybe the discussions will show, oh, no, that's not exactly what happened. Telephone game, that's not what happened. But maybe not.
JB's got an important question. Did Jack ever get back to you about any other conspiracy theories you asked him about before this one?
Yes, when we did Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he was
said
pissed.
We endangered an entire country, and in the future, email him before we say anything about conspiracies. And if we do, he will respond because he wants to make sure not to endanger people or get the community upset. He specifically asked me to. So when you specifically ask me to, and then I give you the next one and your radio silence, there might be something to it. Or he might just think it's ridiculous and so he's not even going to respond. I don't know.
William says, so Jack personally knows the people with the intellectual property. If so, then there's a possible lawsuit. I don't know that Jack knows. What if Jack has plausible deniability? He doesn't know who the original, he doesn't know who Searcher Sam was.
He knows if he's hired and he knows if he's not the one that went and,
that would be true.
So.
And you know why?
You have a brain like a chicken.
Okay, Pro, I just emailed you about the response I got. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my emails.
Just kidding, Jack. Relax.
Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me.
What's going on?
I just have a lot of email. Who said that in chat about? Okay.
Indy says,
Jack, did you find any jewels in the chest? Did you get to keep them? If so, what was the purpose of the poem phrased, I give you title to the gold? Was it poetic license? His answer is, I meant that he wanted to give the treasure to the person who found, it meant that he wanted to give the treasure to the person who found it. I did find jewels in the chest. They are all located in the dragon bracelet.
Oh, and that makes sense to me.
No, it doesn't. If you look at that pre-picture, it's not just gold in a dragon bracelet. It's just remarkable to me how different the picture was. Right? Yeah, the jewels were gone. There was no, what about the emerald ring? Why was it missing? You know, it's just, I don't know, it's weird.
Milan with a good point. Milan's got a lot of logical points here over the last weeks, if anybody's noticed. What is the motive for these people to confide in K-Pro? What do you think, K-Pro? What is the motive for the person that emailed you this concocted story, which maybe it's not a concocted story? What do you think the motivation is?
The original motivation was Jack made an enemy without knowing it. And this person knew the information and does not like liars and thieves. That's how it was portrayed to me. And it was over at, that's
Ashley Power. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. We don't know, but it's good to talk about it. Ashley Power with the super chat says, do you know if Searcher Sam knows his solve was stolen? That's another very good point.
He knows it was stolen. He does not know by who. I'm hoping he knows who was in his house April 2019.
You got the date?
Yeah.
I don't listen when we talk. Ashley, thank you for that super chat. This is just for you.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
All right. Thank you for that super chat. A's back with another $5 super chat. Hundreds of jewels in a bracelet. Count them. Jack can't fake jewels, but gold is no problem. When you're a master at Photoshop, Jack wanted a book deal. Well, I guess if he comes out with a book, we'll know that you are correct, eh? I don't know.
Yeah, and you know what? Lucky Digger has a good point because they know that K-Pro will put it out there. Absolutely, I might be getting worked. There's no question. And putting it out to you, just like Turd Source, just like all of our other sources, I just did this in a different way so there isn't as much hatred of you did it wrong. Fairy tales might be the wrong way, but it sure did lighten the delivery.
So we got a couple things. Adam Foddy, our friend from over the pond, says, how can he not know who? Searcher Sam. He must have known who was in his house. That's a good point.
Well, if you just let's go back to your scenario that you find 8 months later or 9 months later that the Forrest Fenn solution or the Forrest Fenn hunt is over. There's a lot of people that say someone stole my solve, right? And they're trying to sue someone.
You got to prove it. You can say it. Anybody can say it.
Right. And how do you prove it if you don't know who stole it? Did he have different people in his house? I don't know the answer. Did he have different people in his house? Did he not narrow it down? You see Jack come out. Well, Jack wasn't in my home. How do I know? He didn't know about the twins from what I understand.
But here's the other thing. How does Searcher Sam know that it was retrieved from his spot? Jack won't say where it was found. In other words, how does Searcher Sam know I had the right solution? He doesn't. Right.
Except there are people suing right now. There's people suing right now saying that they have the final spot. So he's just he knows without a shadow of a doubt.
Interesting. Very interesting. Greg Dark says 271 actual people watching. Love to see it. K-Pro Cow, not viewers from advertising. That's right. We've never bought views. We've never bought subscribers. We just don't do that. If you guys want to watch, you watch. If you don't, you don't. That's kind of that simple. That's our philosophy.
I know a lot of people are like, you do these things for clicks. It wouldn't matter to me. Right now, I don't even care about the drama noise. I just want to try to get to the truth, and I might be going down a wrong rabbit hole, but it sure does seem right with the people involved and the people I've talked to up to this point. But we'll see. We'll see.
Bat 21, good movie. Good movie. Good movie, Davio. Yes. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes of this. Oh, by the way, we're not going to have a show Monday, right? K-Pro? Yeah, no show Monday, everybody. K-Pro.
No show Monday.
I can't say why. K-Pro's on a top secret mission. So no show Monday unless I decide to go live with this book right here. Maybe this is so Thursday's the Beacon Star. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but right there, herein lies the key. So we need to talk about this book. That's Thursday's show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Let's just lay this out. So about a week ago, after the Dan interview, I posted on Facebook and said, don't you find it interesting that Dan Barbarisi has signed with a different group than Justin, Cynthia, Matt, and Amy? And Justin came on and said, I'm not signed with anyone. And Cynthia said, I'm not signed with anyone. So the people that Cynthia signed with, I contacted them because I was considering going on a documentary, which I really don't want to do because I think it's just going to be a reality show fest. And I've already told the producer that previously. So here's what I wrote him. So Cynthia just posted a picture of the treasure chest at the Nook from the GPS location. She says she's on a special project and is now signed an NDA today with you, but posted a picture of the treasure chest when it was discovered on our Facebook. Is this all reality show bullshit and being staged? I am so over this drama.
Uh-oh. K-Pro's getting upset, everybody.
I'm just over wasting people's time and screwing with their emotions. Anyway, he said, no, it's not reality show BS. I respect you and Mike, and I'm excited for the story we're going to be telling with integrity and zest for the truth. But I've stated to everyone that I am working with, so obviously he's working with them, with me, the team won't share information between the different people we're working with. I absolutely guarantee I don't insert myself in the drama, and I can't step outside my lane. I hope you understand. That said, nothing was staged. This is not a reality show BS. So he might not realize that a picture that was a year apart is exact. Maybe he doesn't know that it was staged. I don't know. And obviously, they are working with him because he just confirmed he's working with them. So there's another someone isn't telling the truth. And
hashtag GPS, hashtag DeLacy Creek,
if they
hashtag
get somebody
Shoshone Lake.
either attention or whatever they did. I don't know. I went out looking for the Nook. I've discarded it until I think it's the Nook. I wouldn't stage anything just to be in a documentary. I don't know. It's just silly, silly, silly nonsense. So
well, maybe there's more happening.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, maybe there's more happening that we don't know about. So maybe it'll make sense in the end. I don't know that for sure, but
well,
I'm just Cynthia's been around forever. I can't see Cynthia playing games like that personally.
But there was no explosion June 6th, right?
Yes, people are misremembering for some reason.
And Cynthia, the week before Dan Barbarosi's book came out, said, I'm just glad Shiloh came in and put their BS to rest.
I don't know.
Source.
Follow the money, Packer Jack says.
Follow the money, I get. Shenanigans. Why don't we just try to get to the truth and not through the webs of deceit and lies? I don't know. It just seems like a waste of time.
I think you're too cool for school. But I got a news flash for you, Walter Cronkite. You
aren't. Okay. You think you're too cool for school, K-Pro. You aren't.
Well, Tom Mahaffrey says the only thing important on a reality show is if it'll sell. For me, true. I have been contacted by over 10 documentarians. One of them did a reality show, actually 2 of them, total reality show. They wanted to stage drama between me and others. I'm not interested at all. I'm more interested in a documentary about facts, not staging drama, not staging anything. And I got close to signing with one because I've talked to one for a long time that I thought had integrity of saying, I'm not going to invent stuff between searchers. There's drama between searchers and all that. And I said, I just want to know the truth of what comes out. And I just think it's better if I don't want to be involved. Mike has been more interested in the documentary just to show his kids one day. I would rather not have the downside of trolls, drama, staging, reality show crap that I think is going to be inevitable. So I'd rather, on the back end, just try to get to the truth rather than put myself out there and then be in the middle of shenanigans with people that I genuinely like. We're talking about a person that was in my wedding. That wasn't staged for TV. That was a person I genuinely thought was a friend at a level that wasn't staging drama.
Don't write me a book, kid.
That was for Dan Barbarisi.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's everybody's got their own agenda. Everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody's got their own thoughts on Jack and Forrest and the thrill of the chase. I hope there is a very well put together documentary that could give everybody's point of view. It's a multifaceted thing, right? It's like a diamond. It's a lot of different cuts. But again, we've heard so many people, documentaries say, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to sell this. And then it never happens. So whichever one makes it happen, good for them. Call me when you make it happen.
And don't call me. Don't call me.
I'll make K-Pro get in it. Don't worry.
Oh, and Indy says, no, she signed with them too. She wants me in there. Whatever.
Stickgate.
Whatever.
Stickgate. Thumbs up for your integrity, Cowlazars and K-Pro, Milan says. We just, I don't know if it's integrity, but we just want the truth out. We just want the solution out. I want to know where it was. That's all. I don't know. Hey, with another super chat. K-Pro, keep up the work. You're a legend and you're on to something. Don't be afraid of being wrong because that's what comes in the pursuit of truth. Well said, eh? And thank you for the super chat. Well said.
Well, and so again, you might get from me, guys, it was a total BS story. Sorry, you're not going to get, I made the fairy tales up to drag you along and stage some stuff that I could film. You're never going to get that from me. I'm not staging anything. And I've already been asked this, and I'm going to say no. If I get offered the final location to keep my mouth shut under an NDA to not do any of this, not happening. It's not happening. Now, if I am told, don't pursue this, but you can have the Nook location and share it, I'm all about it. That's what I'm about. And somebody else can research why this crazy story and who got paid for what and stole who, what, where, when. I just want the Nook location because I want to know the solution to the poem and where Forrest wanted to die. That's the piece I want to know. So.
You, that's all you care about.
Me.
It's all solved. That's all we care about.
I've done this long enough. That's what I want. I'm not willing to lie, cheat, steal, give out, leak out information. I have addresses, telephone numbers, detailed backgrounds on, and I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to do any of that. Jeez Louise.
Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty says you can't handle the truth.
But I mess up all the time and I'm genuine about it and I'm never going to stage anything and I'm never going to mess with searchers just to mess with them. Do you realize people have lost their lives doing this? Now we're going to look at some BS stage thing that dishonors the people that were really serious about this hunt. Okay, I'm over it.
Zozo says, but you wrote and published the fairy tales for a reason. Shake my head. Well, it was for a reason. It was to try and get some of these people it's about to contact us, right? To get the real story. Or was it?
No, it's just, is English the concern or understand, like, what?
Yeah, I know. Like I said, everybody's got their opinion. It's like an elbow. We actually have two of them, don't we?
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
Kitty's got 4.
I probably wasn't good that I got this like 10 minutes before the show because I'm more by tomorrow I'll say no, and this has happened several times with the people involved. No, they're good people, they're lying, it's just a miscommunication and blah blah blah. But at this point I don't know.
We don't know, Kitty. You heard it here first. We don't know, but we're going to keep trying to get the solution, everybody, because this is what I'm going to do.
You got a problem? You just throw some money at it and say, go away.
That's it. You throw money at it and say, go away. Okay.
Speaking of, Dark is doing a Talk It Out Tuesday, I think it's called.
Talk It Out Tuesday.
He's gonna tomorrow. I think it's a noon one. Tell us where. Tell us when. It's over on the Dark channel. It'll be tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go on or not. I told him I'm thinking about it. I might need a Fenn-free day and just go, God, why does the world
Fenn-free day? How nice would that be?
Why does the world disappoint
because
me so?
Tomorrow's date night, and we need to go watch the Golden Knights play, which I'm going to put some money on tomorrow. I don't know how much. Why don't you guys tell me how much I should put on the Golden Knights for tomorrow's game?
If and you don't think
the Golden Knights are the underdogs,
$5.
No, honey, you got to make it fun. You got to make it interesting. You have to make it something that would pay for date night. So think of dinner and some drinks, $100. That way, if you win, you just paid for what we just had. K-Pro is not a gambler, everybody, which is a good thing when you live in Vegas.
That's not true. I'm just not a gambler and stuff that I like to play.
Oh, poker. That's true. You play poker. Yeah, that's true. Well, okay. You know what? You know what they say? Poker's not gambling, K-Pro. Poker's skill. So you're not a flip a coin type of gambler. You're like skill. So that's
so who are we taking? Who are we taking? The Knights? And is it even
the Golden Knights? It's in Vegas, Golden Knights, but they're not favored, at least from what I saw. But I'm going to go. I'll bet it tomorrow at lunch, maybe, or on the way home. I'll stop somewhere and bet it. So let's go Golden Knights. $100. JK Pioneer says, so therefore it is $100. What's that?
Okay, so then we should split it and then split the proceeds.
Oh, well then give me $50. Yeah, if we're gonna split it, you got to give me half the money, right? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Take Colorado -1.5. I thought the Golden Knights were supposed to win.
Here's mine.
Oh, she got it. Damn. All right.
Okay.
Because somehow we have to pay for all these that I just bought. So.
Oh, okay. Dark is saying Too Far Tuesdays. He wants to take whichever topic was coming out. I think this is how he explained it. Too far. Like, what do we need to talk more about? So much comes out on these shows. Do we need to talk more about stage photos? Do we need to talk more about fairy tales? Do we need to talk more about what else did we talk about today? Oh, Jack and the fake blades, and he destroyed it. That's what he's worried about. He's worried about people like himself that destroy things out in the wilderness.
Nice. Well done. Czar points out that they are playing in Colorado. That's why Colorado's favored. So, all right, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe the over-under.
I got my money and I got my date night. Do you guys know? I'm going to tell you something that's really important because I've been married now 5 months almost. date nights are the most important thing to do, even when you don't have time to do them. Once a week.
True.
Sometimes it is serious talk about we're moving and we have to do this and check boxes, we're getting married. Sometimes it is just venting. Sometimes it's watching, nights are hockey, right? Sometimes it's watching a hockey game.
That's right. Or watching Ozark on Netflix. I got her into Ozark. Marty Bird, everybody. Marty Bird used to be in our chat. I don't know what happened.
Here's my money, honey.
Okay.
Oh.
Talk about date night.
I can pull in less than 20 minutes for him to have a liquid explosion.
I don't know who played that. That's unacceptable. That's not what I thought I was going to play. Hashtag Borat, everybody. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. I think that says it all. We got 38 thumbs up. We got 11 thumbs down, but hey, that's okay. 11 people don't like
what did Dark decide? Dark,
he said Wednesday. Wednesday instead.
Oh, he didn't cancel Tuesday? Oh, our show must have sucked.
What? I don't know. If you talk to Dark, I don't know.
Oh, I have Randy. I'm going to get Mike to do a response singing song.
Was it Meeps that had the Barbarisi, the Lady Gaga song? I thought that was pretty funny.
I found a song, and Mike is going to deal with it. So, yeah. Or don't encourage him. What's wrong with you?
What? What happened? Shout out to Randy. Tune in Thursday. We're going to figure out the Beacon Star together. Throw money at the chicken and kick it. Okay. 10 seconds for liquid. Douglas knows what I'm talking about. Check this video out, everybody. It'll give you a laugh. Oh, wait a minute.
What if Jack was one of us? But you're not. And we're going to find out. And we're going to tell everybody.
Jack had the gold. What would it look like, and would you want to see?
Yeah, I would.
The scene meant that you would have to admit.
Admit?
That Jack had the chest and kept it to himself. And never told us. Yeah.
All right, that's Randy Pischel of the Beacon.
And the biggest news of them all, Chasing Indy is bringing it home for the community. Dan Barbarisi, no pressure. Indy, the entire community is on your back. I mean, cheering you on tomorrow. I will be there. Is it 6 or 7? Tell us in the chat. It is going to be epic. It is going to be fantastic because she researches, she does her homework, she is ready, she's going to kill it. She did the 1-year anniversary and the awesome picture collage thing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Don't fuck it up, Candy.
Tomorrow is happening. Say K-Pro can come on Wednesday.
Get in here, me.
Come on tomorrow. See, this is how rumors start. With
okay.
Named Cowlazars.
I don't know.
Oh, because I said I'll not do anything Tuesday. I don't have Fenn-free days until I find the Nook, and they can't handle the truth.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I think that's enough. It's 8:20. We've been on 1 hour and 20 minutes. You know, Cynthia, if anything, the picture put up some discussion, provoked some discussion. I don't know. You just might be called a turd, Cynthia. Maybe. That's between you and K-Pro. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Photoshop. So anyway.
It wasn't Photoshop. It was staged for reality show TV.
You're right. It was staged. Oh, you think it was because somebody's filming something? That's what they did.
I just read the producer that we've been talking to, and he said, yes, it's a project. Did you not listen?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
That's the text I just got. Because I told him I'm not up for reality show staging stuff.
But that's part of the production value. You have to do stuff like that. I don't. So if that's what the case is, Cynthia should have said that when she posted the picture.
Oh, I'm staging this for a documentary. I don't think she would say that. She wants to get hype going.
Well, what she's saying is a documentary's been as a go. Like we're filming. That's what she should have said. Like, look, everybody. I don't know. Anyway. All I can say is this.
Television, y'all.
Turn it off, y'all. You guys are addicted. Turn it off.
Bobby D said, did you see my question? I obviously did not. I'm looking.
Yeah, it says, do you know? What do you mean, do you know? Do we know what? Bobby D.
Probably the do you who?
No, that's tell me who.
I need to look into that.
Oh, I don't know who, Bobby. No, I don't. I read it, but I don't know where to start on that.
Do you have it printed out somewhere, Mike?
What? Tell me who?
Tell me who.
No, I have not, but I can print it out at work if you want me to.
No, I just bought printer cartridges.
Well, you don't waste it on 3D Bronze's thing. Oh, sorry, 3D Bronze.
So Mike, you need to hit print. I'm reading it tonight because
right.
right now I think I need to take a little break when serious friends, good people are doing bad things. They're not like bad, like some of the hater trolls, but they're not being as forthright as they should. They're shenanigans. Friends don't let friends do shenanigans. And Cynthia shenanigans.
Hey.
I love you, but shenanigans.
Leave my comic books alone, Kat.
Oh.
Live video from Cynthia.
And in 5 years, you're going to be blown away.
5 years when the documentary comes out. Get it?
You said the Royals. Is that like the baseball team or what are the Royals?
We have no idea what you're talking about, Bobby. Are you talking about the fairy tale or something? I don't know. Were there royals in the fairy tale? A king and queen, like royal? I don't know. You lost.
No. What are the Royals? Okay. I don't know. You tell me.
Quito Mojito. Meowlazars is in the house. Ooh,
okay.
Kiki Cuckoo Head.
Okay, we can kiki cuckoo head later. Mike really likes talking to all the animals. I think I might actually capture you in a video doing it. It's very cute.
Kitty, the cat just knocked over a speaker. What the hell? What you get, Kitty? What? Go easy on Cynthia, buy some ink and read Tell Me Who. All right, 3D Bronze. We're just giving you a hard time.
I do have to tell you, I've had a couple falling outs with Cynthia. And then the minute we go to margaritas and Margarita Monday happens, everything's better. I know there's an explanation for this, but I'm grumpy.
What are you doing?
She's thick-skinned. And if I get too rough on her, she'll just kick my ass because she knows she can. 3D Bronze says to ask
Tell me who. God damn it. He said tell me who. All right, I'm putting it in the chat right now, everybody. Go check out 3D Bronze's
says to ask you what that means in his Q&A video. You know what?
Wait, what? I lost it. What are we talking about?
Bobby said, who are the Royals? And I said, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
And he said, 3D Bronze says to ask you what that means in his Q&A video. Bobby, can you send me a link?
Oh, is this a hint video on Tell Me Who? So the Tell Me Who website has some hint videos that he put up. So we'll have to watch those together, K-Pro.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Kitty. so nice.
Yeah, she could, like, I guarantee it. So, no, I just hug her. I'd hug her until her little head pops off because I'm mad at her. And I probably won't be later, but I am right now. And so I love Cynthia too. She's just, I said this to my daughter the other night. I still love you, but you made a bad decision. You are grounded. Cynthia, you're grounded. I crack myself up.
I see you do. Okay. Hillary and her lawyer husband says side bet on the Avalanche. Let me study the game. It's tied up 2-2. So right now it's a best of 3, right? So let me look at it. Maybe.
Aren't you a gambler? Come on.
I am. That's true. I'll bet you 10 Beacon Stars. A baseball team from Kansas City. Yeah, the Royals, right?
So lucky you're going to be my proxy. She can't be yours. She certainly could be mine.
The cat's in rare form tonight. What's wrong with you?
Okay. We are going. Goodbye, all.
I picked up Cynthia's water bottle. All right. That UFO report from the government's out, everybody. Thank you for all the super chats.
This community.
Okay, Thursday, Beacon Star. Tune in then. Subscribe. Thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. We had some fun tonight. K-Pro's going to get the info. That's all I can say.
Hey, Cynthia, you're grounded.
Cynthia in the chat or no?
Shoot. No.
You know, the lyrics of this song are pretty apropos now, aren't they? Listen to the lyrics. Okay, here we go. Listen. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's really true. All that was true, even after it's found. That's true. kidding.
Real names are Christy and Mike.
That's true.
And they pin down the treasure.
They just might.
Tune in to find out Monday night.
It's all true. Tell me who. Tell me the truth. Fabio knows. Thanks, Douglas. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you Thursday.